Oh my god, I fucking missed my ad blocker already.
And we are live. Or we should be. Hopefully we didn't catch that at the start. Alright. Yeah, we are in fact live. Awesome. Alright. Hello everyone. Ace here. Welcome to today's live stream. I'm joined today with returning guest Doctor Kalkyl.
Assalamu alaikum, I guess.
Alright, and today we are back with some more Star Wars Empire. Han and Chewie find this card stacked against them. For Han Solo, luck is no lady. Alright. Curious to see how this goes. Aura says, because I found it funny playing Schedule 1, mix this in order with, okay. Can't really say that, I don't think, without YouTube getting upset, so... But that is funny. It's just I can't say it without YouTube getting upset at me. Anyways, so let's get started. Star Wars Empire, Idiot's Army Part 1. In the months after the destruction of the Death Star, the Rebel fleet is constantly on the move, hiding from the Empire while the base on Hoth is being prepared. Keeping the Alliance supplied with the provisions and equipment it requires is a never-ending job. But some supply runs are more dangerous than others. The events in this story take place approximately 6 months after the events in Star Wars A New Hope. And I have a phone call, which I need to decline because we are live. Anyways, so let's see how many people had to read the plot of this comic before it became publicly available. We have the script from Ron Mars and the lettering from Michael David Thomas, and that's about it for people that needed to read the script. So only 2 people had to read the plot of this comic before it became publicly available. So yeah, I will say the artwork isn't that great off the start, but the writing so far has been good with the series, and the artwork has mostly been good, so I'm going to let this slide, I guess.
The biggest problem in this one is, like, the eyes. Like, if they'd put a little more effort into that, I think it would have looked pretty good, relatively speaking. Like, Chewie's eyes especially. It's like, how, is it just hair? Are his eyes just made out of hair?
I don't know.
Wait, so who?
Alright, yeah, I guess you can voice Han in this.
Oh, how lovely. He just had a single line, and now I can't. Pressing any button on this website without ad blocker is an experience. Sorry.
Yes.
Wow, I needed to go back for this. I'll do it.
Yeah, without ad blocker, this website is basically, did you know there are hot single anime characters in your area?
It's like, I didn't know that. That's... I don't think that's how that works, but oh well.
Yeah, it doesn't, but, You will. You weren't even invited to this meeting, Captain Solo, and now you're volunteering to get the supplies we need?
I happened to be walking by. Couldn't help overhearing. But let's face it, Princess, there's nobody with a fleet who's better suited for the job. I'm the guy who knows how to get things.
This is a little different than smuggling stolen goods for a hut. We need some very specific parts.
It's a very specific part. Very specific. Yes. I don't know, there's a little nasalization in there that makes me think things. Sorry.
Hmm.
I'll have to get back to normal voice, sorry. I know a nice and out-of-the-way place. We have everything we need, and nothing we don't. Like too many questions or any Imperial presence. Chu and I can get in and out before anyone even knows we're there.
Mr. Vibecheck says, odd coincidence. I was going to ask if this would have Dev the Hutt, and it's Han Solo. I think that's a little bit excessively cruel to Han Solo's hairline. Anyways, let's continue. We can't risk having you detected. If the Empire finds the fleet, this rebellion could be crushed.
Leia, you wound me. I'm the soul of discretion.
I will wound you if you don't take a step backwards, Captain Solo.
Ah.
But I don't suppose we have a better option. If there's skullduggery to be done, better to send a scoundrel. If there are no objections.
All right, then. Give me the shopping list.
Horace asks, what is this comic again? This is Star Wars Empire. It's one of the older Star Wars comics. And it's one that's actually worth reading, for what it's worth. Mr. Vibecheck says, I mean, Chaos, Han Solo deals with Dev the Hutt often. Yeah, okay, I'll give you that one. Alright, let's continue, shall we?
Oh, quit giving me that look. You're glad to get out of there, too. Don't tell me you're not. You were going to... You were... Calm down. It's just letters. They're not gonna hurt you. You were going just as stir-crazy as I was, sitting around waiting for the new base to be constructed. At least this way we can get to do something. No, that's not true. It's nothing to do with her. I'm doing this for the rebellion.
Laughing Cavalier says, by the way, Han, did I tell you the time I was saved by Obi-Wan when I was 10? You wouldn't believe it. I wouldn't either.
They add that, I don't know. Wow, it's all connected. Yeah, why? Stop.
Alright. I think you can, yep.
Well, you believe what you want to believe. I don't even like her. Much.
Oh, it's like an anime waifu.
It's not like I like you or anything. Yeah, it's that one.
Even Chewie's got the smug look of, yeah, I see what's going on here. And Han's got the realization of, oh fuck, even he sees what's going on here.
Like, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said anything. I should just shut up and try not.
Laughing Cavalier says Han is the ultimate tsundere. He's competing with Princess Leia, and he's coming off as the ultimate tsundere.
Damn.
Ooh. Laughing Cavalier says, Leia, you baka. God damn it, no!
Krawurxus.
No! Quick. Alright, let's continue.
Coming up on Void Station now. Punch out a landing sequence. I'll see if I can get us a docking bay. No, I don't. God damn it.
Ah. Speaking of yanderes and tsunderes.
It gets on my nerves. Yeah. Sorry. Right. Focus. Don't get distracted. What do you mean, no? Of course we have time. What are we supposed to do? Hide inside the Falcon while the supplies are being loaded? Okay, but in the meantime, what's wrong with having a little fun? You worry too much. Have I ever told you that? I have, haven't I? At this point, I'm just gonna not... Since it opens it in a different tab, I'm just gonna not look in that tab and just continue in the same tab. I'm just gonna let them pile up, if that is necessary or expedient. Okay, wait, hold on. Which order are these? Did these come? Is the left side first?
I'm going to say yes.
Yeah, I will say that it is. I'm just saying, we should take advantage of any opportunities while we're here. In case you hadn't noticed, our current situation sure isn't going to make us rich. Come on, just a few hands. A few extra credits won't kill us, you know. Don't throw that in my face. It wasn't my fault. How was I supposed to know that the deck was marked? But I got it back, didn't I? Fine. Fine! It never wants me to have any fun.
Mr. Vibecheck says literally just scoot a metal chair across the ground for Chewbacca noises. Feel like there's a little bit more to it, but okay, I'll give you that, kinda.
Actually, that's not the right sound. Sorry, boys, it looks like it's me again. Usually I'm an idiot's array sort of guy, but I'm not complaining.
Another pure sabak. You're either the best cheater or the luckiest player I've ever seen.
Not sure whether I should be offended or flattered. So, who wants to go again? My luck can't last forever, right?
Oh, I don't know. Seems like your luck usually gets better and better.
Shiel? Shiel Odala? What are you doing here?
Little of this, little of that. Trying to change my luck more than anything.
Maybe you came to the right place. Sit in.
I should know better than to sit at a sabak table with you, but
Maybe one hand.
Deal the lady in. It's been a few years, Shield. What's the second best looking smuggler in the galaxy been up to? Still making the Kessel Run on a regular basis?
To tell you the truth, I'm between jobs right now. My ship's in for repairs. Like I said, I need a change of luck. Nothing wrong with fun. Oh, sorry. Yeah, never mind. That's my bad.
I'm calling it right now. She's an Imperial spy. But, okay, I think it's the left panel first.
I think you're right.
Right. Chew'll be sorry he missed you. He's loading up the Falcon. He doesn't approve of my desire to have a little fun.
Nothing with fun or desire. Shame you and I didn't partner up a little more often, Han. We would have been pretty good fit. 10 and 10 more. So what brings Han Solo to this rock? I assume it's not just to play sabacc.
Making a supply run for a client. B1050 power converters. That sort of thing.
Sounds a little mundane. Not exactly the sort of cargo you're known for carrying.
Hey, not my job to ask questions. I just take it from there and take it from here to there. Customer's always right, right?
You know, I was hoping my luck was changing, but I think I'd better walk away before I get further behind.
Sure, the cards can always turn.
I'm sure. Good seeing you again, Han.
Always a pleasure. That wasn't English. Let me try that again. Always a pleasure, Shield.
It would have been. Laughing Cavalier says, and then James Bond takes a seat to play. Oh, I'm afraid my innuendos will be fully operational when your friends arrives. So, you want to voice a character other than Han Solo?
I will, yes, I will. It's the Solo guy. No! No, no, no! That's it! That's the best price I can give you! You're breaking me! You're breaking me as it is! Though, now that I think about it, I believe we're having a sale! I can do better, a lot better. You want them all loaded into that one, right? Damn it.
Aristocratic Cthulhu says, hello, holy fuck, what is this art? Yeah, I know, the art in this particular issue isn't that great. So far, at least, the writing is getting us through, though, I think. But yeah, the art isn't as good as what's been seen so far, I will say that. Laughing Cavalier says, you're tearing me apart, Chewie.
Bruh. That's a choice of reference.
Yes, it is. Alright, let's go ahead and continue.
Who gets the Twi'lek man?
You want to voice him?
Sure, and I will give them the French accent they're supposed to have canonically, which is dumb, but I don't know. Kind of funny, I guess. Anyways, a woman seeks an audience with the great Jib Kopata.
I have women. Send her away.
It's a woman who owes money to the great Jib Kopata.
Ah, In that case...
Jib.
Shiel, I assume you're here to pay back the money you borrowed. Otherwise...
I don't have your money, but...
Then there is no need for this conversation.
I might have something else you're interested in. Possibly information on the Rebel fleet. You're still looking for it, aren't you? I ran into an old associate in the casino, a smuggler named Han Solo. He mentioned he was here picking up supplies for a client. B-1050 power converters. Not at all the kind of cargo you'd need a smuggler to carry, but just the sort of supplies the Rebel fleet might need to upgrade its turbo lasers.
How very interesting indeed. What kind of man is this Solo? Someone who would be involved with the rebellion?
Not really, but it's possible he's changed. I hear people do that. I gave you the information, so I want my debt cancelled. From what I hear, you can't afford to say no. Not unless you want to disappoint Vader when he shows up again.
So true. No one ever disappoints Lord Vader twice. But I will have the location of the Rebel fleet when he returns, and I'm quite certain you will help me. You really have no choice.
All right, but I don't want him harmed.
You have my word.
Right. Don't risk our credits on the cards, he tells me. Huh? Shield? People will talk if we don't stop running into each other like this.
Maybe running into each other is exactly what I had in mind.
And Shield, I know we haven't seen each other in a while, but I'm flattered, but friends of yours?
I'm sorry. I didn't have any choice.
Sorry?
Just go with them. They won't hurt you.
Oh. I can see how friendly they are. Who cloned Bosk like 3 times? Like he has why did they have the exact same outfit as Bosk?
Yeah.
Like,
It's them damn Caminos.
yeah, they were busy. Wait, hold on, that one's not. Oh.
Alright, let's read some comments here real quick. Ordo says Chewbacca doesn't need to roll for the intimidation. The result is always Chewbacca. The Cavalier says, so how did this Han Solo get his name? We don't talk about that movie. Yeah. Abhishek Verma says, do you like Eldritch Lovecraft mommies?
What? No.
What? No!
I was gonna say though, for that joke, the roll for intimidation, I was like, that joke is so bad. I'm not even gonna say that. Nope, not happening.
Laughing Cavalier says, if this was the High Republic, they would have at least had 12 gay weddings by now. Abhishek Verma says, I meant Dommy Mommies. No! Not the Eldritch Lovecraftians. No!
No! Horror. Horror of horrors.
Domo Yamate.
Domo Yamate.
Alright, let's get through this here. Okay. Well, it looks like they already broke their side of the deal. But, you know, he is fighting, so.
Ah, he's awake.
Alright, so I believe we're on page 23.
Yeah, I can see. Sorry, let me calm down. I'm not gonna freak out because I keep getting ads. I miss my ad blocker so much. I don't like you. Ad blocker being gone. Thanks, f***ing Google. Yeah, okay, now my fucking thing is doing things again. I'm not gonna. Who are you?
My name is of no importance to you. Not in your present position, but my occupation may be of more interest. I am a broker of information. It is my livelihood, my currency. And at present I wish to have information about the rebel fleet. I have reason to believe you know its whereabouts.
Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. Believe me, I'd tell you if I did, but I try to steer pretty clear of all that stuff.
Well, I thought you might say that, hence the presence of my friend here. Sometimes I find it necessary to coax the information from people. Joba here is very useful in that pursuit. It's often said that dogs are possessed of a cruel streak. Absolutely true. You said you wouldn't hurt him. I lied. I
lied.
Yeah.
What did you do to him? I let him go.
I haven't watched that. Wait, actually, hold on. Did I watch that with you? I think I might have.
You might have. I do have it, so... And I'm pretty sure I showed it during... Which, now that you mention it, we do need to get back into doing movie nights again.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yep, and there are a few films I could definitely throw in there, because I've been picking up some more, since... Some films, you know, it's unfortunate that it's just difficult to find physical copies of, so you have to order on eBay. So I ended up getting myself some older action films, so you should be all set on that front, definitely.
I think you understand the situation, Solo, but just so we're both clear, I want the location of the rebel fleet. Joba will help you remember this information. His attentions will continue until you reveal what you know. Or until you are dead, whichever comes first.
And that's the end of the comic. One hell of a cliffhanger.
A happy ending. Maybe I should fix it like that.
But I do know my guest is a little bit tired and is wanting to rest. And to be fair, this is a good... Well, as much of as this is a cliffhanger, I think this is also a decent stopping point.
Fair.
Abhishek is saying, I would like to recommend a game. The game is How to Date an Entity and Survive. It's free. It's a visual novel. I don't know much about it. I've not really played too much in the realm of visual novels, admittedly, so... But okay. Laughing Cavalier says, Kapow, Blamo. Or says, something tells me that a woman is going to go out of the airlock in this comic. Oh, you betray your friend and then you say, don't hurt him. Bitch, please. Yeah. Laughing Cavalier says, I am altering the deal. Pray I don't. Oh, wait, wrong thing. Yeah, pretty much. So, anyways, so yeah, thoughts on this particular issue?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty good.
I mean, the story is decent. The artwork isn't really as good as what I was expecting, comparing it to some of the previous issues. But
I think the worst part's the eyes, I will repeat, in my opinion, at least.
Yeah, it is still leagues above most things High Republic. And even though it is meh, it's definitely, I would say it's passable. It's just, at least when you combine it with the decent writing, which it has.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not really a completely new plot. It's the sort of thing we've seen plenty of times before, including with Star Wars. But, yeah, it does the job. So, yeah. I will say, I am going to say it's a little bit on the weaker side in comparison to some of the other issues in this series, but overall, the series itself is still good, and this doesn't break anything at all, so. So yeah, what are your thoughts?
No, I like it. I think it sets up its story pretty well.
Agreed.
It's not trying to make some super complicated, deep philosophical storytelling with a lot of complexity to it that the Disney Star Wars comics try and fail to do.
Oh yeah. So I will say this: it gets the job done. I will say that it's worth reading for what it's worth. So, overall, I'd say that the series overall has been definitely worth reading too. So, I am at least curious to see where this goes, though. I will say that. Yeah. But I do think, like I said, it is a pretty decent point to go ahead and call it. Abhishek says, will you play it or perhaps stream it? It's safe for work. I'll have to think about it. There are a lot of games I could play otherwise, definitely. At least, and especially in terms of streaming. Because right now I'm going through Cursed Halo, and Cursed Halo has been very much a ride. A very enjoyable one. So I'll have to think about it. Like I said, I haven't really played too much in the realm of visual novels, and I'm not sure how well that would go with a stream. So, but yeah, anyways, with regards to the comic itself, though, is there anything else you'd like to add?
I rate it a solid 6 out of 10. It's okay.
All right. I'll agree with that. So yeah, I think we're at a good stopping point. So yeah, this has been Ace.
This has been Kalkyl.
And we both hope to see you. And it's been a pleasure having you on, Kalkyl.
Thank you. It's fun to be here.
And we both hope to see you all again soon. Until then, take care. Ace out.